Welcome to Success Nation. I'm your host, Gary Ernest. I want to tell you, Happy New Year. It has been a very challenging 2020 for a lot of us. And I want to say it's been a challenging 2020 for the entire planet and beyond. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you who have been my loyal supporters throughout this whole situation. I've gained some new friends and I've made some enemies as well. But nonetheless, it has been a great year for us as a people to think and reflect on the things and the people and the situations around us. And I want to say thank you. And today I'm talking to you about resolution. Resolution does not work. Your New Year's resolution will not work. Now you might ask yourself, why am I telling you that your New Year's resolution will not work? Then I'm going to give you 12 reasons as to why your New Year's resolutions tend to not work. Usually people make resolutions without thinking about why they want to make that resolution. Let's say you wake up, you decide, you know what, I want to change something in my life, but I'm going to wait the beginning of the year, which is January the 1st, to change that one aspect of my life. Then the moment comes, you made the decision, you're happy about it, you said, you know what, from now on, I'm going to do this, such as starting a business, losing weight, cutting off a few friends, and changing your attitude towards life in general. And you say, well, I got this. I'm going to do it. Then January comes, the first week of January, you feel okay, all pumped up about it. Then by January 12th, you start thinking. I don't know. You start thinking, oh my God, am I going to be able to do it? So doubts start creeping into your mind. You start doubting the fact that you start questioning if you will be able to do, if you will be able to fulfill that particular aspect of your resolution. Then you'll try. Then you would lose motivation. You would not have the same motivations, the same drive you had in the beginning, because you feel like, you know what, it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Then right there, your mind starts to pull back. The moment you start doubting yourself, you start pulling back from your reality. You start pulling back from it. And you start saying to yourself, I got this. So you start, let's say you start with a routine. You wake up in the morning, you have a routine, you follow that routine for a few days. Then you meet a little bump on the road. Then that challenges your mind, it challenges your thinking, it challenges your whole being. You're like, I don't know, man. Then you give up. You start thinking about giving up. You haven't given up yet. Then you have your families and friends, instead of supporting you, they start laughing at you because you have a habit of making resolutions you cannot follow. So therefore, you start listening to outside sources who are telling you how much you cannot achieve your personal goal. And then right then and there, your mind start accepting that false notion of you cannot. Your mind starting to accept the notion that you cannot. Then by you accepting the fact that they say they doubted you, and you started doubting yourself, and they doubting you. By doubting you, you're now starting to believe you cannot achieve that. Number 3, you start doing research. You cannot find enough information to support your passion. You can't find the information that you need to fulfill your dream, to lose that weight and to start that business. You start by you meeting that little bump on the road. You cannot find the proper information. You said, you know what, forget it, man. This is not going to work for me. It's not for me. Then you move on thinking, I don't know. Then instead of you looking at all this perspective as just another bump on the road, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to make it happen. The next reason you don't tend to succeed at your New Year's resolution is the fact that you want things to move quicker than they should. You want things to move faster than they should. And in not knowing that, you have to be patient. Because you have not seen any progress or results mean your mind is not getting acclimated, not getting used to the fact that you have changed something. And number 4, you share your aspiration with the wrong people. When you start talking to the wrong people about your aspiration, they will bring bad energy towards you so you can doubt yourself. And you must share your vision, your passion with like-minded people who will support your passion and your dreams and will give you the guidance, the support that you need in order for you to succeed. Another reason most people are not successful about what they want, they do not have a clear picture of where they want to go. If you want to do anything, you have to have a roadmap as to where you're going. Let's say you going somewhere and you don't have a roadmap to where you need to go. You don't know where you're going. Your likelihood of getting to that place is slim to none because you do not have a roadmap to where you are going. So you have to have a roadmap to where you want to go. Yes. And the following one is this. You must have a timeline for you to achieve the things you want to achieve. And then the timeline doesn't mean that you're walking around and saying, oh, it has to happen today. It has to happen today. No. What I'm saying to you is you have to have a timeline, such as you schedule it. You say, okay, this is my schedule. This is what I'm going to follow. And boom, you make it happen. But if you don't have anything, any guide whatsoever, it is not going to happen. Not at all. Not at all. And do not beat yourself down if you have done something you did not achieve the amount of success that you wanted to achieve. If you succeed little by little, it will add up. Success that is done in an incremental way would add to big success. So therefore, a lot of people feel that they have to achieve everything all at once. Once you decided to want to receive and do everything all at once, you are setting yourself up to fail, because you don't know. You feel like you should do it this way, you should do it that way, it should give you this result, not knowing that life is unpredictable in any form. And so you have to know where you are going. You have to understand. One droplet after one droplet will fill a bucket. If you do not get a full bucket all at once, it is not a reason for you to give up. Not at all. Nope. And another reason is this. Most people give up. They give up soon. They meet with a little challenge. They give up. They totally forget it. Listen, man, I don't want to do this. You give up. So by you giving up, you forget the obstacle is part of the journey. By you giving up, the first time you meet an obstacle, the first time you fail, the first time you hit your head and you decide to give up, you will not achieve your full potential. Your resolution will be on the shaky ground. No. If you give up the moment you face an obstacle, that obstacle is going to stop you from growing. Another one. If you want to succeed, you have to look at your progress. You have to look, how am I doing? Analyze it. Analyze your day-to-day motion, your day-to-day activity. How are you doing when you're doing it? What's the step? How fast are you moving? How slow are you moving? What is your progress into the journey of success? What is the progress? How are you progressing in there? If you follow all the steps, if you sit down and say to yourself, now all the steps are wrong, by removing the negative aspect of your resolution, you will succeed. But you are not going to succeed if you only look at the negativities in your journey. In order for you to succeed, you have to look at where you're going. If you look at where you are going, you will be a successful person. Your resolution will be solid. Yes. And the problem is, do not have a resolution just because it is good to say. Just because everybody's saying they have a resolution, that is another reason most people don't achieve any resolution, because they hear their friends saying, okay, this is my New Year's resolution. So therefore, you move ahead and start saying to yourself, this is my resolution too. But is it personal to you? Is it something that you want to do because it is personal to you? And if you cannot do something that you're passionate about, that you really want to succeed at, it will not work for you. Another reason a lot of people do not follow through when they make a resolution is the fact that they do it once a year. Once you're doing a resolution once a year, you will not succeed, because your resolution should be part of your day-to-day activity. Your New Year's resolution should be part of your day-to-day activity. You wake up in the morning, you follow through with what you said you were going to do. So you must understand your resolution. Most people do not succeed because that resolution only comes once a year. If your resolution comes once a year, that resolution would short-live. That resolution should be part of your everyday thinking. That resolution should be what you do on a day-to-day basis. So, for you to understand this, you have to have a destination. Where are you going? You have to stop listening to the naysayers. You have to also share your vision, your passion, your resolution with people who will guide you and support you along the way. You have to have a clear guideline. Give yourself a time, a schedule, and you get it done. And you have to understand your incremental progress and your success is better than nothing. If you meet a little challenge, you fall down, get up. Do not give up. Get up, do not give up. If you follow all those steps, you will succeed beyond measure. In order for you to keep all your New Year's resolution, you must understand how to follow through and follow those steps. Do not look at them from a negative perspective. Look at them from a positive perspective where you can achieve anything. Once again, I am your host, Gary Ernest. We got this. But in order for us to succeed, we must understand. Do not doubt ourselves. Do not doubt anybody else. Share the message. And I must say, welcome to the new year. Welcome to all of us. This is 2021. This is 2021. And 2020 has taught us a lot of lessons. 2020 was the exercise that made our muscles stronger. 2020 was an exercise to strengthen our notion of life, to strengthen our notion of the citizenship of this planet, to strengthen our notion of God itself. God is everywhere. And 2020 taught us a big lesson. If you want to do something, do not take time to do it. Make it happen. Happy New Year's.